All right, I'm on hole number 3 of the 2020 St. Patrick's Day tournament. I'm in Tuesday's qualifying round in the rookie division. Let's go check out hole number 3. Now, here's the deal. I'm going to shoot hole number 3 this time. Wrong one. I'm going to shoot hole number 3 with a quarterback, just a demo with a quarterback going in there, because not everybody's got a big rock. And I'm not sure on the quarterback where to set it up, but we're going to figure it out. So let's check the hole out. Hole number 3. I worked this shot out yesterday with the deal is in my 77 account, I'm playing this hole. I'm going to play this hole with a Kingmaker, but here I'm going to play it with a Titan. So it's going to change how much curl I have. So I'm going to just demo it with a QB so I can get it out there and I can work out the numbers of the QB. And in my odd account, I'm going to practice it with a QB. And in my other account, I'm going to practice it with a rock. The goal here is I'm going to bring a sniper as my secondary club, and I want to be in front of the sand so that my pocket's right here and I can dial it up to the cup. And it did look to me yesterday like we needed to take some wind out, like from where we're at here, hitting up, that the green is up here and we're actually downhill. We're hitting uphill to the green, and so I hit it in there perfect, and it looked like I needed to actually take a little bit of wind out. When I came up here yesterday with my 77 account, I practiced last night and just came out, and it looked like I may need to make a wind adjustment there. So we'll see. We'll do that today. But let's go in there with a QB. And the whole goal here is to make this a setup shot. Absolutely 100% setup. Let's bring a QB. QB's got 86 curl versus 96. And I'm going to bring a Titan. How many holes do I need a Kingmaker on? A bunch. I'm going to save my Kingmakers. I can purchase some more, but I'm going to save them, and we'll just take a Titan. The King of Balls. If you can't get it done with the Titan, you can't get it done. I'm not sure how many rings to be off here. This QB has more topspin but less raw distance than the rock, so this shot will be set up a little different. I see a lot of people playing forward, and if you can make it over here, you're good. If you can get to the rough, you could still potentially make it on. If you have a Nirvana in your bag or a maxed out Razor, or you bring an Amazon or something that's got a lot of raw distance. Preferably something with raw distance and topspin like a Nirvana. The thing I don't like about hitting it forward is we're taking a big risk by doing max overpower, and they just slice the hell out of that. And bam, you're in the sand, versus taking a shot that you come here, you set it up so many rings off, you take the wind out, you hit a max curl shot, and bam, you're in the middle of the fairway every single time. Now, how much curl do I put on? I have no idea. Or how many rings off do I need to be? I have no idea, because I haven't played it this way. And the curl on it is going to bring it over. I'm going to set myself up. I'm going to set myself up so I'm 5 rings off. I'm going to take the wind out. We'll see how it looks. I'll tell you the deal is that I'll hit this one time, win, lose, or draw, and I will know from this point on how many rings to set it up, because this shot right here will teach us everything we need to know. Hitting it perfect, because it's either over curled or it's perfect, and it's right down the middle, 5 rings off. If you hit that great to the right, you had plenty of room. If you hit it great to the left, you might run out of fairway, so you may want to take off a little bit of topspin. Or if you've got a lower developed rock, or a lower developed QB that has a little less curl, then you may come in, you may start off 4 rings off. So you'll have to practice that with your QB. And I think in the future, I will be 4 rings off, and I will take a little bit of the topspin out, so that if I hit it great to the left, I'd still end up in the fairway and I wouldn't bleed off into the rough. And so you'll take that shot one time and you will know, you'll know what you've got available to you. And I'm right at my red line. This is right where I want to be. Okay, so we're going to just dial it up to the hole. And I'm going to take off 10%. So I'm going to do a 1.9, 2.1. It's a 100% accurate club. I don't want to deal with the sand. So there's 2, 1. Just trying to hit it perfect to the cup. Oh, and I hit it great. I'm in a great trip. And you can see as far as distance-wise, when it blew past the hole, and I could put just the ball guy was lying just a little bit. It actually had a little more speed than I like, so I could be just a little teeny in front of the cup, or right in front of the cup. But you can see like the distance that it went through the hole, that if I'd hit it perfect, I was pretty much on track. So taking out a little bit of wind, I think we're going to need to take out a little bit of wind here in order to dial it up to the cup. So I'm going to continue to play with that -10. And when I hit a couple perfects, that will tell me whether or not I'm on track or not. But I'm going to stick with that until I can hit a couple perfects into the cup. Because I do think we have a pretty good shot at Albie here. The deal with the QB is you may find yourself where you're not quite where I was at as far as distance, and you may need to bring a Guardian, which will give you a little bit less ball guide, but the Guardian has more raw distance. So instead of 170 or 172, if you got a maxed out QB, it's 179. So that extra distance that you'll pick up could be huge. I'm getting a little laggy. In the hole. I'm uploading a video in the background, that's why. Good luck in the tournament. Good luck. All right, so far we're just on track for the minimum, and I'm okay with that. Today's goal is to put the stuff to the test of, as far as yesterday, on like where I wanted to hit and what I wanted to bring to the hole. And so I'm liking that area there, bringing in the sniper. I switched over from a Guardian to a sniper because if you're using a QB, you may find yourself, if you don't quite get that distance, if you take a little bit of topspin off so that you don't bleed out on that hole, and you can see from like the area that I was in coming around the bend. So when I came around the bend and I came out, I ended up somewhere out in this area. That if I would have hit it great to the left, it's still going to go to the right, but its first landing spot out here is to the left. This is where it's to the left, is out here. But it still has the curl on there, so it's still going to end up going to the right, but you could end up running, because the fairway's shorter on the left-hand side, you could end up running out of fairway. On the right-hand side, I hit it great to the right. I left myself plenty of room out here. I mean, if I hit it 5 rings great to the right, I'm not going to hit this rough. It's all about over curling it and ending up in the rough on this side. I had plenty of room on this side. So I could move that out. I could move that in maybe a half a ring and give myself a little bit more leeway on the left. The perfect would be more in the center out here, and then I'd still have room on the right. Or you could take a little teeny bit of topspin off. But if you take the topspin off, you may find that with a sniper, you may be short, because I mean, I was right at my red line right there. You may be short where you have to come off to the left, to the right-hand side and bring the ball around this way, or you have to put on a little bit of overpower. So depending on what you're bringing there, a Guardian, and in my old notes, the first time we played this, I think I did bring a Guardian on this hole because it gave me more raw distance. It made sure that I was in this spot. All right, that was hole number 3. Feeling good about where we're at so far. Liking it. All right, that was hole number 3 of the 2020 St. Patrick's Day Tournament and Tuesday's qualifying round in the rookie division. Thanks for watching.